Hi everyone, Diana Rankin here with your Psychic Soul messages and perhaps a prediction for the week of July 23rd to the 29th. Oh boy, July is going by so quickly. One of the words from last week is still going to be important this week, and that is discernment. We are still in that really strong energy, and that strong energy is going to continue, and as we move closer to the eclipse in August, it's going to even build. So we're in some of the strongest energy that I've ever experienced. We can use that, as I said last week, constructively or destructively, so please use it constructively. There's another word I want you to remember in addition to discernment. It's another D word this week, and that is deception. Deception. Now, let me talk about that for a minute here. What I'm seeing is that the deceptions that have happened back here are going to like explode open. So deceptions that were here, we're going to hear more and more about, especially as we move into August. And August is very explosive energy. Also, there are going to be, the other reason I want you to watch for deceptions is there are going to be deceptions happening this week. And so they will be exposed and like torn open. So they won't last, but past deceptions and current deceptions will be exposed. But in the meantime, use discernment so you can avoid deception within your own life. But be aware of deception taking place around you and do not partake of deception yourself. If you do, it will be exposed. So those are the words I want you to remember this time. You know, so many of the ancient stories and mythologies tell us that we're at this period in our history of the planet, we are moving into the sixth world. And that's why we're seeing these major storms, and that's going to continue, where we see earthquakes, where we see horrendous storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, just windstorms. We're going to see more of that. So the summer storms aren't going to go away, and we will have more destruction from storms, I'm sorry to say. But what I really hope we're able to avoid is escalation of war, because moving into this new sixth dimension or sixth planet, as we move into that, whenever there's a creation, there's always destruction. So let's make sure that we hold our planet and each other in that deep, abiding love. Whatever your religious or spiritual belief is, now would be the time to really say prayers for each other and for our planet, as well as our nations. And I say nations with an S, by the way. I hope you could hear that S. I think we're coming to a point where eventually we'll be a global world, not a bunch of individual nations, but we'll celebrate our heritages. And I think that's why we're seeing so much destruction right now, is because we're trying to figure that all out. What is that? But mainly what I want you to know is, as we move into this new world, so to speak, it is a world of greater humanity. It is a world of greater understanding and compassion and love for each other. And so, you know, what we're seeing in the political life, it's like that's also taking place in the corporate life. And this is the time to keep your head down and at the same time speak out. But that's where discernment comes in, to know, when do I speak? When must I be quiet? It is a difficult time for all of us to get through, but we will, and we will get through it with holding each other's hand and holding each other up. Let's see what Philip has to say. And for those of you, if this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming. I welcome you. And for those of you who keep coming back, thank you so much. I so appreciate your coming back. And I deeply appreciate your comments. You can make them below, or you can write me privately. My websites are below. And I do have articles out on the websites. I'm way behind on getting them out. Eventually, those I send out to the newsletter, I get on the websites, and I'm about a year behind, so forgive me, I got to catch up. But the newsletter is free. You can sign up for that through the website as well. Now, enough commercial. One more thing. Thank you for hanging in there through the commercials. It pays a couple of cents, but hey, it adds up. So thank you so much for putting up with the commercials on the YouTube channel. This is Philip, my spirit guide, and Philip has given me this book of different wisdoms. And so many people tell me they use this before they go to bed at night or when they first get up in the morning. And we just flip through, and we always say left or right to get in mind where my thumb is going to stop. So let's just kind of see where it stops. I'm thinking left. The answer is, or the wisdom is, when you say goodbye, it is to part the way for a new hello. When you say goodbye, it is to part the way for a new hello. That goes along with what we're talking about, doesn't it? Of course. We are saying goodbye to things that we are used to in our planet. For some people who are caught in storms, we are saying goodbye to property with damage, and that's very, very difficult. For others, we're saying goodbye to loved ones. This is not easy, what we're going through. For others, it's the end of a job or a house or a life you've known. Perhaps a relationship is ending. But what I do want you to know is when you say goodbye, it is to part the way for a new hello. So let's let the hello, the new hello, be in love, my friends. And I'm not talking namby-pamby love. You've heard me say this before. It is the most powerful energy in the world and the universe. I'll go past our world. Love. There's nothing that can destroy love. I'm not talking just romantic love. I'm not talking that, oh, I love this. I'm talking about that deep sense of this is who I am. I am love. Each of us are love. I just slapped my legs. I'm sorry. I've got shorts on. It's summertime, so I apologize for the noise. Yes, you heard me slap my legs. Love for self, love for our bodies. You know, every day. I'm very, very fortunate. I will be 72. I'm 71 years old, and in November on the 11th, I will be 72. So I'm not a young chick hanging out there, but I am healthy, and I am grateful to be healthy. But one of the things I do is I love my body. Every day I thank every single cell for being healthy, and I want you to do that. I walk through the world knowing I'm safe. I don't have to live in fear of someone harming me. I live in love. And that's the kind of love I want you to live in. Not in fear. Not in fear of the other. Not in fear of someone who is different from you. Not in fear of someone who looks different or worships differently or sounds differently. Let's let go of the fear. I can't stress that strongly enough. And it's going to get even stronger that we let go of that fear. I was taught a little bit of lesson by one of my clients this week who said to me, who was in a crisis and caught in fear, and said, I have done everything I can. I've done all the processes, and I've done this, and I've done this, and I've done this. And then it came to that client as we were talking. I said, what is it you have? What is it you're really afraid of? And the client had a marvelous and a genius answer. The client said, I'm afraid of being afraid. We talked about ways of letting go of the fear. And that's what I'm asking you to do. It's not about stuffing it. It's not about denying that it's there. You know, sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll hear a noise and it'll wake me, and I'll say, oh, what's outside? What was that noise? And for a moment, I experience fear. And if I just stuff it, the fear's going to get worse. So I have to take it out and I have to look at it. And then I have to say, I don't have to feel this. But to just push it away isn't going to work. We have to actually replace that fear. And when we replace the fear, let's replace it with love. So if I hear a noise in the middle of the night, how am I going to replace that with love? I might just chant, I am safe, love. I am loved. I am safe. Those who protect me are around me. I might get up and look outside to see if there is something out there. Anyway, I use different methods. So any way that works for you. If the first way doesn't work, use the second. But the big thing is replace the fear with love. Don't be afraid of the fear. All right, my friends, I'm going to say goodbye for now, but I want to leave you with my favorite message. I love you. I love you. Thank you for receiving that love and passing it on and passing it back to me. I love you. Until we meet again.